Undao to you and yours. Mike Trout here from the heartland of Zen Buddhism. Not too far from where you're going to be holding your events in Osaka. I'm here to just make a message of clarification and understanding. For the last 2 years, I've been taking care of my father, who passed this year, who was terminally ill. So I've been out of the scene. But Michal Lisi, Vitalik Buterin, Joe Lubin. I have a long history. Charles Hodgkins, that goes back to the formation of what you call the blockchain, which is in fact the open startup innovation framework built on the blockchain. Some say I'm the actual designer of that framework, though I was never credited. Others say I'm actually the father, the true father of the DAO, which came out of my open corporations. Doesn't matter. All of that doesn't matter. My point is this, is I'm spending my own money, not corporate money, not other people's money. I'm spending my money to launch 3 very important events. And my chicken loves to chime in. I am launching the Bitcoin Global Reserve Fund at Devcon. Now, I know I come off strong. I know that I live outside the box. I am a very strong personality, and I have a very good tenacity of upsetting by pointing out the obvious, whether it's off Devcon being a Russian mafia job to try to get your Bitcoin, right? Enacting all kind of everything, but they want your Bitcoin. They want your cryptos, right? They're taking advantage of the event, or the fact, or making fun of the Asian woman who's running blockchain Japan, based out of Ireland. And I make fun because all this is, this has all been in the news and everything, is, make fun as she's probably an inside agent for the Chinese, trying to get the technology and operating out of it. It's all jest. But when you act upset, or, when I basically say, that the Osaka blockchain rig is really the Osaka, Yakuza, trying to get your Bitcoin. That's all jest. It really is. But when you act upset and you block me and you won't share my videos and, on your site, then maybe there's some truth to that. The simple fact is, think of me like your Zen teacher, right? I'm taking a big stick to the blockchain. All 99% of the shit on the blockchain is just that shit, noise. Ethereum, love you guys. You have a lifespan of 5 years. I'm telling you right now. You can't adopt quick enough. Things like Cardano and Elixir and others are going to come out and make you obsolete. But that's not the point. The point is this, is that I'm there going to Devcon just 2 hours away from me. I live in Japan, right? It's simple right here. It's this blockchain right there. To basically celebrate the success of the blockchain and to introduce people to the why of the blockchain, which is to disrupt and transform capitalism into social capitalism. Something I set out to do and said I was going to do in 2010. And now the runway has pretty much in completion for that to happen. And the runway being really 3 things: the the Dao, and the do, right? Dao, do. Is the maturation of Bitcoin. How Finney's Bitcoin, basically he said in 2009, it will be worth in the millions. And guess what? It will be worth in millions. His prediction is coming true. It may take another 10 years. Number 2, in order for a new society to exist, we needed the open startup innovation framework that you call Ethereum, that I shared with the founders of Bitcoin Magazine. You notice I never say that I shared with the founders of Ethereum. I shared with the founders of Bitcoin Magazine, which for the most part, all the founders of Ethereum were part of. And the one person I never met or ever met is the one person on the white paper. coincidentally? Probably not. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, okay? The fact is the open startup innovation framework that I described in 2010 and 2011 got built. And the first one was Ethereum. And now there are many coming out, right? And I'm really excited about Cardano, and I'm really excited about Elixir. And the simple fact is this, is my Bitcoin, I don't have a lot of it. I'm putting half of my Bitcoin. I have 10 fucking Bitcoin. I'm putting half of it into this fund. Why? Because I don't believe that in 10 years, we're going to have a planet worth living on. I really don't. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to seed the Bitcoin Global Reserve Fund. And this fund is going to live and launch autonomously on either Cardano or Elixir and maybe even Ethereum, right? In 2012. Not my call, right? That's a fucking designer's, call. Autonomously. I won't have access to it. You won't have access to it. No one's going to have access to it except for the AI, right? And ultimately, that fund is going to release its own token called an UPS or whatever, right? Anyone will be able to launch these funds. People, Chuck, it's my chicken. You got to see my chicken. Hey, Chuck, you coming in for the conversation? I'm talking to all these big wigs. My point is this, is that Social Capitalism, the why of the blockchain, okay? The why of the blockchain is unstoppable. Its launch party is at Devcon 5. I have 3 events on the DAO and the Do events. 2 at the Hyatt, 1 at the World Trade Center Cosmo. I rented the whole fucking top building. I'm spending probably about 2 to 3 Bitcoin on it all. My money, not some corporation, not some foundation, my money, okay, on it. That's tough, right? That's tough. So if you want to contribute to it, I have the hashtag up there, right, to the fund. You can put Bitcoin in it. Anyone who is a member or going to any of these things has a 50% discount on tickets coming in. Just show your badge, right? Number 1. Number 2 is this. If anyone wants to and you can do your own tickets and everything else, and you're willing to, put in a Bitcoin or half a Bitcoin or negotiate and say, listen, I want to have my party with you guys. I got plenty of space. Just connect with me, right? Let's stop being divisive. Let's work together. I'm not trying to scam anyone. I'm not trying to pull the wool over it. I am the Sadhu of the blockchain. I am the true father of the DAO. I'm the mother of social capitalism. I'm the reincarnation of Undao, my ancestor, right? He's in my genes, right? The founder of the Mayan civilization, who is credited as the god of gold and Bitcoin. And I'm fulfilling the Mayan zodiac prophecy, right, that I have on my back. And it's our coin, built on the blockchain, a solution that comes out of the mind of Undao. It's Ethereum, right? And the characters. Undao to you and yours.